The worst kind of man to date is the man who doesn't make any clear choices in his life. That man confuses you completely because he always talks about what he's going to do, and you want to believe him so badly because women always look for the potential in a man. It doesn't matter that he's not there right now. What matters is that you believe that he has it in him to get there. This man always finds excuses of why things haven't happened yet. It's either that the timing is not right, or he's unlucky, or he doesn't have a support system. Or then he changes his mind and he tries another thing, because this is obviously not working. But the problem is, when you choose a man like that, his chaos now becomes yours. Because he may be consistent in the way he talks to you about his future. But the only way for you to know what his real potential for the future actually is not to wait for the future, but it's to look at the kind of actions he takes today. Because behind those actions lie his real intentions. These are 3 rules on how to actually communicate with your man. The first one is to stick to the point and to talk like a man. For example, if he asks you what time you'll be home, and then you reply as follows. Well, I was supposed to be home by 5, but now my cousin called and she wants to see me for a coffee because she wants to talk about the wedding. And since I'm going to be in the neighborhood of my parents, I thought, why not stop by and bring them some fresh flowers? So yeah, I won't be home by 5. He can't focus on all that. Did you know that a man only hears 25% of what you're telling him and he remembers maybe 5%? What a man actually wants to hear is, I'll be home by 7. The second rule is, talk to him when he's available, not when you want to. The man is wired to mostly focus on his work. And because he's so focused on competing with himself and with other men out there to get ahead in life, when he comes home and he's with you, he wants to have a little bit of peace of mind. A man is most receptive to have a talk, not when he's watching TV or when he's having dinner, but when he's doing an activity with you. So take him for a walk. Create the moment that he's relaxed and that he's open to listen to you. And the third rule is, choose your battles wisely. For example, if you haven't had a date night for months because you've both been so busy, then tell him that next week you would love it if he would organize a date night. Because what most couples do wrong in a relationship, they see each other as competition, and that's why they fight against each other. But you should always look at your partner as you and him together against the world, instead of you and him against each other. The one thing that turns a man off, that can make a man go ice cold in just 1 second, is when he finds out how many men you've slept with. You should never ever share that information with any man. You should especially not say anything to the man who keeps pushing you to tell him. Once that guy finds out, he will never talk to you again. No, you take this information with you to the grave, girl. Because a man has a logical mind and he knows that we humans are creatures of habit. So if you tell him you were 3 months with Jim and 2 months with Jake and then half a year with Harry, even if these were all legit relationships, it doesn't matter because your boyfriend just comes. So now he's thinking, all those men in 1 year of her life? He will start to think 2 things. The first is that he will believe that you have no self-control, that it's easy for you to sleep around. And that thought alone scares a man enough to turn his back on you in that moment. And the second thing is, because men are very competitive, he sees all these previous guys as his competition. But his biggest fear doesn't lie in your past. It lies in your future. Because his logical mind now thinks that the best way to predict future behavior is to look at past behavior. Because the most likelihood is that you will repeat the same behavior all over again.